Hi, I'm Amanda and you are watching the SOMMVIVANT YouTube channel.
Whether you like it or not, there is a moment meant for us. And now you made it, but I already played this. Not interested, open your eyes, let's get it done. Take my hand, just follow me. Shadow me, you're one.
Welcome back, my wine-loving friends. We are back this week with 2 more wines that I found for you that are an incredible value that I think you're really gonna enjoy. Last week we did a couple of light-bodied reds. This week we're going to be doing a couple of light-bodied whites. Just like before, none of these reviews are endorsed. They're not sponsored. This is just something that I bring to you because I think it's really interesting. One of the things that I really want to talk about before we get started and move into these great wines is this stewardship program that they offer on wine.com. So basically, stewardship to me is sort of this Amazon Prime-esque model where you pay $49 for the year and get unlimited shipping. I cannot stress to you what a great deal this is and how much of a difference it makes in my ability to recommend these wines that are of great value. Shipping wine is such a huge pain point, and just to give you an idea, I went to my local place to ship a bottle of wine last week and it cost me upwards of $30 to ship 1 bottle. So to me, this $49, though it may seem a little bit steep at first, is actually really well worth the money. So to get to the point today, I'm really excited. The weather is starting to warm up. It's starting to get really nice outside. So I really wanted to bring you something sort of inspired by that, which are 2 great white wines, both of which are under $20, one of which is under $10. Other thing I wanted to mention is both of these wines are Screwtop. Great wines are made all the time using screw tops. They've been experimented with left and right. It does not mean that the wine inside is going to be low quality. In fact, the Australians have been using screw top for decades with their wines. New Zealand, the same thing. There's even winemakers in California that swear by them. And then there's, of course, less of a risk of the wine being contaminated with TCA, or as we call it, corked. This is Grappa Vinho Verde from Portugal, and one of the reasons I really love this wine is, 1, it is $8.99, so it is less than $10 a bottle. 2, it's a fantastic, fantastic white wine with just a little bit of effervescence. It's really, really bright and zesty and lemony. There isn't a trace of oak on this. It is just clean and zesty and bright and just the perfect thing to go on a hot summer day. It's one of those rare wines that is a little bit more mass-produced, but the quality is still there. It's one of my favorite things to recommend to friends who are throwing big parties. They just want an easy white wine that isn't going to give anyone a headache. This is your wine. I swear to you, there is not a better wine on the planet for less than $10. And if you know of it, I want to see it in the comments below. It's so bright, it's so minerally, it's so crisp and aromatic. It's incredibly easy drinking. It's completely dry. It's not a sweet wine, but it has all of that freshness, all of that really lovely green tart apple, and it's a screw top. So you can just screw back on. I actually love to enjoy this over the course of a few days. As you saw when I poured the wine, there is a little bit of effervescence to it, so there's little bubbles trickling up. That actually adds to the acidity of the wine. CO2 is a weak acid, so it actually gives a little bit of a raciness to the wine. Those bubbles will dissipate. It's definitely not a sparkling wine, but just that little hint of effervescence gives you so much lift and so much brightness in the wine. And for $8.99, you really cannot find a better bargain for a white wine anywhere. Okay, this is for all of my Sauvignon Blanc lovers out here. This is Dog Point Vineyard from Marlborough, New Zealand. So those of you who love any sort of Sauvignon Blanc, whether it's from California or you love Sancerre, New Zealand is a great producer of Sauvignon Blanc. They make beautiful Sauvignon Blancs and beautiful Pinot Noirs, usually at very accessible prices. The problem is there's so many of them and they're at all different price points. I can never suss out which ones are great and which ones are not. So today I finally found one that I think is an awesome, awesome Sauvignon Blanc under $20 that I think you're really gonna love. So right off the nose, that perfect herbaceousness. It's really grassy. It's got a little bit of an earthiness to it, like there's a tiny bit of funk on it. So if you're somebody that likes your white wines very clean, just fruit, this may not be the Sauvignon Blanc for you. You may want to stick with something like the Vino Verde from before. But this has great complexity. It's a really interesting Sauvignon Blanc that I just fell upon that I really, really love. So refreshing and aromatic. The biggest difference between the Vino Verde and this is the viscosity. So the weight that you're gonna feel on your palate, the roundness on your palate. This is completely unoaked, and I really love the brightness on this wine. It's so crisp and it's so refreshing, but yet it has the structure and it has the weight to go up against food that you may be preparing for the evening. So the Vino Verde is really great as like an aperitif. Yes, you can pair it with food, but I wouldn't call it a food-friendly wine. This is definitely a food-friendly wine. This is something that gives you a little bit more structure and a little bit complexity to go up against some of your seafood dishes. So whether you're having a nice light white fish, you're having some scallops, you're having maybe a heartier salad with some salmon, this is gonna be the better wine to pair that with. It's so delicious, it coats the mouth, but it's not overly coating. I just love how refreshing this is. All right guys, those are your picks for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any comments, have any feedback, anything you would love me to do that I'm not doing already, please make sure to comment below. Other than that, I hope you have a fantastic week. And remember, all of these will be available via my newsletter, which you can subscribe to on my website, linked below. Thanks, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.
Whether you like it or not.